angle.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Book and Sip, where we try to read really good books and take some sips. I'm Erica, and I am back.
I'm Dre Dre. I'm back.
We were both sick
A little bit.
a
Some
little
of us
bit.
worse than others.
I was in the hospital for a little bit because apparently, when you don't drink water, 'cause your throat closed up, you dehydrate. Who knew?
Weirdos.
I know. So we're going to try, despite my better judgment, to go through this awful book to me. Let me preface by saying that I never want to be that person who's like, no one should read it. It was awful. To me, this book was awful. It was truly awful. And I've never,
Um, it was
like,
not our best book.
there was nothing I could find that I liked about. That's a lie. One thing I liked about the book. Only one. But no, this whole book was just, it was a nightmare to read.
I kept waiting for it to end. It's been a while since I've been like I've had some books that I felt like weren't good, but I was like, okay, it just wasn't a good book. But this felt like I'm like, are we still reading this? Is this
Yes.
still going on?
Was
It
this
hasn't
worse
ruined my life
than
completely yet.
Was this worse than the vampire? No, was not vampire. I summoned a demon boyfriend. Was it worse than that?
So I've been thinking about that. Okay, so I have been doing because I knew that this question was going to come up. Not that particular question, but is it the worst read of the year? At this point, I think with our book choices of 2025, we're on the race to the bottom, not a race to the
No,
top.
no. And I'm
I
so
don't know that
sorry
we've
about
had
that,
a
guys.
glorious book this year. We have not had a glorious book.
We have
We have
not.
two more times to get it right, but we'll see.
Hopefully it ends with a bang.
I actually think that the author is a decent writer.
Okay.
The cadence of the book, the general vibe of the book, I liked it. So I don't think that I think that if I think I you'd have to talk me into reading something else of hers, but not because she's not a good writer. She's not a poor writer.
No, no. The writing was fine. The writing was
Um
fine.
I'm having a hard time with the subject.
Yes.
And so to compare it to something else, I had a very hard time with the subject, like summoning my demon boyfriend. I think I had problems with the writing in that book.
No,
Um,
yeah, that writing was
I have
terrible.
no problems with demons. We're like best friends. We get along great. I don't have a problem with demons. I have a problem with Slavs and layabouts and just
And
bad
that's
people.
that's what this was.
And so I think I think I'm taking this a little too personal. That's why I'm
No,
feeling like I'm taking
no,
this
you're
just a
not.
little too personal. So
Because I'm right there too.
for me, if I had to say, I think it was worse than my demon boyfriend. But I like the writing compared to my summoning my demon boyfriend.
Because by the end of it, I didn't like the main female character either.
No, no.
Okay, let's get into this. Because we skipped last week, we're going to try and do it all in one fell swoop. Okay, so chapter 15, Prudence meets Milo's family. They like her. After dinner, they discuss the terms and conditions of this arrangement before jumping right into it, which she makes a list of things she wanted to do, essentially her to-do list. And we're gonna be friends. And it's not gonna go any further than that because you know that always works out. In chapter 16, Prudence continued to explore her sexuality when she notices a small tattoo on Milo's hip in her handwriting. As it turns out, he got her poem tattooed on her without realizing it. Feeling like it was too weird, she decides to kiss him again. I didn't like this chapter because they they try to make something out of nothing. Oh, you have a tattoo and you have your picture hanging on my wall. It's serendipity or whatever. I wasn't here for it. Although this little question in here uh did pop into my head, which I thought was a funny question. Can you learn how to be good in bed from books? Yes or no?
I'm thinking. Practice makes perfect. So I think you have a good starting point. I think you have the understanding, like anything else, that I could read a book
Yeah,
that is, and I'm gonna read a book about programming, which is a struggle I'm in the middle of right now. So I'm gonna learn how to program an app, and then I get into it and I start typing stuff, and I get all these error messages, and I don't know what to do. That's because the book didn't tell me how to what the little wiggly lines of the error messages mean. Then the same thing happens with sex. So I'm doing something, but that person's not responding like the person that I read about responded. I'm getting
right.
the little wiggly error messages. I don't know what to do. False, you know. I think I think you can be. I think you have a good starting point. You're better than someone who does never read or saw anything. But I don't
Right.
think that you could be.
As good as that he
Yeah.
made it out to be, like
Yes.
she's been doing this for years. I'm like, yeah, no. I call foul on that one.
Yeah.
So in chapter 17, Milo's hanging out with Nadia and his brother when the topic of family comes up. Neither Milo nor his sister can handle the conversations, so they just up and leave. They're like, nope, don't want to do this. They left. Milo goes to the back to drink and runs into Mr. Welch, who confides in him that he has cancer and to not tell Prudence. And
Note, this is going to come back.
yes, yes, yes. Well, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. We'll we'll do like they do in the book. We're just gonna put a pin in that real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so in chapter 18, Prudence gets her mom settled before texting Milo to come over. Milo confides in Prudence about his somewhat messed up past. Sure. In chapter
Okay.
19,
Okay. So, his somewhat messed up past. I like how you use the word somewhat
yeah,
messed up past. Um, did his confession about the struggles of his childhood, um, alleviate your concerns or explain why or make you believe that he's going to be a better person in the future? Or does it make you understand why he was a hobo to begin with?
no,
Okay.
no, it didn't. And honestly,
Okay.
it made me hate him a little bit more.
Yeah. All right.
In chapter 19, Prudence checks one more thing off her list. If you hadn't read the book, uh, she learned about oral. Just say it like that. And apparently, due to reading books, she's super good at it because that's
Amazing.
realistic. Just absolutely amazing.
She's
Mind
a she's
blowing.
a pro.
Yes.
A
Yes.
virgin. Let's start here.
Yeah.
A young mid-20 virgin, very innocent book reading porno pro.
Gotta find something in this book. Okay, so my one thing that I'm okay with this book
Okay.
is I like that they communicated. That was really it. During her sexual exploration, they talked through everything. There was a lot of communication involved. That was really the only thing I appreciated.
All right.
That was it. All right, in chapter 20, Milo runs into Seth on the porch with the baby. She tells him that she was the one who used her 119. If you don't remember what 119 is, basically it's a I need a favor from you, no questions asked. I'm gonna tell you what the favor is. You can't ask me any questions. And her 119 is Nick, you have to call everybody and get them here. No questions asked. Because she said Nick really needed it. Milo finally decides to talk to his brother about his past and apologize for being a jerk and disappearing. So yeah, it was not as heartfelt as you think it would sound. It was not. All right, chapter 21. Milo refused to come over unless Prudence initiates sexting. That was all of 21. All right, 22 and 23. Prudence loses her virginity and they realize they love each other, even though neither one of them says it. I don't know how you came to the realization that y'all. Okay, this is what bothers me the most about this book. Neither of the characters, besides Milo, we kind of understand his personality. I do not see Prudence personality in this book. So I'm like, what did you fall in love with? Like every time you mention the things that you love about her, it's all sexual. So I'm like, what did you get to know her at all?
I swear, I told you the last time that we videoed, I had to look this author up because I swore it was a man that wrote this book. I swore it was a man that wrote this book because it made no sense
It made
from a
no
woman.
sense.
This is told from both perspectives.
Yes.
And he's motivated by sex. Of course, he's just a horn dog that's traveled the world and sexed over 200 people. And I still trying to figure out what does him being bisexual have to do with this book? Like, what was the purpose of this?
Cool. But the personality things got me. Like normally when I read a romance book and the guy talks about why they love them, like she's so kind and outgoing, and I may be she's making me come out of my shell. We do all these cool stuff together, and he's just yeah, she has the most perfect breasts and the most perfect lips, and you know
That's what I'm
the
saying. Like it gives man vibes, but to tell me that a woman wrote
yes,
this book and she gives her female character not a single bit of personality other than the fact that I mean, and I'm gonna say it from a negative perspective because that's how I took this book. And it is slightly unfair. I'm gonna recognize that before it comes out of my mouth. But
okay,
she's so self-serving. She wants to put her whole life on hold for her entire family. She wants to weigh hand and foot on her aging and increasingly ill parents. And she wants
yes,
to give all of herself to some one person that she's met that gave her any sort of attention in all of her 25 years. She's going to hand it all
yes,
over to him. Like it's all of these things that she just gives. She's just a giver. She doesn't take up any space. She doesn't require anything of him. She doesn't want anything more from him to be there. She's
no,
just an an absolutely virginic person who is just so giving and just wants to give all of herself to her new man that she's fallen in love with. It's
and I
disgusting.
fallen in
It's a
love
no.
with no, no, it's horrible. It's horrible.
I can't be mad at her for, of course, take care of your mom. It's hard when people
Yeah,
go through that sort of thing. So I'm not, that part doesn't, it's just another example of no personality. You're not fighting for yourself to be anything.
nothing, nothing. You told me there's nothing you want to do with your life. You were planning to go to college for what? What were you going to go to college for?
She said she didn't know. She went because she felt like she had to. And so she came back home.
No, she said she signed up for college. Like she took a gap year.
Right.
She finally decided she was ready to leave. She felt confident. She knew what she wanted to do. She was going to go to college. And then her mom got sick and she
Sick.
decided
Okay.
not to go. So I'm like, okay, so you had a plan. What was that plan? Because she said she told her dad, and we'll get to this. She wants to go out and go on all these adventures and then come back and tell them. What did you want to go out and do? Because she said the plan was never to leave permanently. She wanted to leave, do stuff, and then come back. That sounds great. If this is where you wanted to end up, that sounds great. But you never left to do anything.
Yep.
Okay. Chapter 24, Milo goes to the Welsh store, tells Mr. Welsh that he's staying and that he needs to tell Prue the truth. They agree to tell her after Brewery's grand opening. Yay!
She's the
Chap-
winner.
right. You won all right. Chapter 25 and 26, the brewery opens and it's going great. He's selling out all his beer. Brewery's a hit. Prudence is having fun with Seth and Nadia, and Milo's like, I'm gonna marry Prudence. I was just like, yay. Like I felt nothing in that scene. I'm
I
sure I was
felt
supposed to feel,
something, but it was not good. Like,
felt
yeah.
indigestion. Felt
Yes.
indigestion in that scene. This poor girl. Oh gosh. All right. Chapter 27, 28. Prudence finds out about her dad's cancer when she goes into his office and she finds his
Physician
medicine.
emails.
Yes. When
Mm.
Prudence confides in Milo, she learns that he knew all along and she tells him to leave. She's mad at Milo now. Milo tells his family what happened and they tell him to give her space. This bothered me because I'm like, okay, I get you got to be mad at somebody. Fine. But my issue with this, even if he did know, was it really his place to tell you?
No, but come on. She's being the unreasonable and very crazy girl because she can't control her emotions. So she's taking it out on the man who loves her. You gotta have that scene.
I know. But I'm like, this could have been done so much better. I don't know what like I've had way better get out of my face arguments
Yeah.
than
I mean,
this.
and the fact that he couldn't just fix himself to say, I didn't feel like it was my place. Your dad was the proper
Yeah.
person to tell you. I understand you can be upset, and yeah, it was wrong for me to know before you know. You're absolutely right.
But it
But
wasn't my place.
it wasn't my place to tell you that your parents are
And
dying.
that's what I was waiting for. I was reading, I'm like, just tell her it wasn't your place because it's the truth. And for some reason that never came out. I'm
Cause
like,
although we're here doing the nasty, we ain't been knowing each other but a couple days.
and I'm supposed to be the one to break this news to you.
And why she ain't got no friends? I think that's the other part that bothered me about this book. There's not a single friend.
And there's normally like that in the book. There's someone that the main female character is talking to throughout the book.
And so
And you
you
have
meet
no
this
one.
one man that gives you any kind of attention, and now he's your one and only friend. He's your one and only sex buddy. He's your one and only experience. He's your one and only everything. And so now he controls your whole life. Like
Yes.
the icks this book gives
So
me.
many.
The
So many. Like nails on a chalkboard where I'm just ah, you gotta get out of there.
That's why I'm a lonely old hag right now.
There's too many icks out there.
I've got too many friends. I think maybe that's my problem. If I didn't have any friends, maybe I'd be out seeking a man, but I have too many friends, so I'm like, I'm straight. I'm okay.
Your friends can't give you everything you need.
It's past that. I'm too old for that anyway.
That ain't true. Don't tell me that.
You know when a woman
Do
gets in your
not tell me
90s.
that your age is too old for that. That it worries me about my future now.
I mean, you have a husband, you have requirements. So that was part of y'all's marital contract. My
Hey,
days are long behind me.
did you forget our very first book of the year? Danielle
No, I
Stills.
didn't forget it.
Okay. She was 45.
That's
And
right. That's right.
she said she ain't too old for this stuff.
And what did her husband say? I am. I gotta go somewhere else to get it because you ain't right.
And left her for a 30-year-old.
A 30-year-old man. Let's not forget that.
Yes.
Let's not forget that. Anyway, back to Milo.
Yes, back to this before we get off. Okay, so chapter 29
These
and
books.
30. Prudence confronts her dad. They agree to keep everything the same. She's okay with staying. Later she confronts Milo and he loves her and we're all that's the end of it. The upload is 6 months later. Milo lives with them. Uh it starts off with the wedding for the Welches. Milo blends in with the family. They all live happily ever after. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. Like
it was terrible.
it was
Listen,
terrible.
people. I'm not gonna tell you. I think it's a learning experience. I think you should read the book,
Yes.
just so you know on either side of the argument what not to be. But
If
yeah,
you did like this book, if you did like this book, please tell me why.
tell me why. Yeah, I'd like to know. Like, what are we missing?
Because that may be it. Maybe it's that we're missing something. Maybe it's an age gap. These were pretty young people, 20s. So I'm wondering, like, if somebody in their 20s read it, would they be like, "Oh, this was a really good book"?
You know what? You should give it to Lonnie.
Mm,
Um, I think I think there's a yes for that. I think that as we grow old, we realize that um love is not enough. And love can be very flighty. And so already dealing with someone with a history of not being consistent or determined or having focus. And then he's just gonna come up and decide one day I'm gonna give up all that because she's so perfect. What about her is perfect? To your point, there's been no. She's so caring. She's so giving. She's so sweet. She's so positive. She supported me through this. She was there for me for
Yes.
that. There's none of that. There's just
No.
she was a virgin and she let me get it, and then she got on the pill so I could raw dog her. It was great. Like, what are we doing?
Like there was nothing. And then honestly, and this is a minor detail in the book, me personally, her outfits were wildly inappropriate for the events. Just gonna throw that out there. Like the dinner party when he described her outfit, I'm like, you wore a mini skirt and a V-neck top that showed all of you to a family dinner?
I just have a hard time thinking a woman wrote this book. Maybe the woman wrote it, but there was a man editor. Maybe that's what it is.
And she's like, yeah, I wore this for you. I was like, so to meet the family, you wore a mini skirt that was just too short enough and a severely low cut top.
And then I was trying to figure out all this sex, all this loud moaning she doing in the house with her parents. In the house with her parents. What are we doing? I don't know. I it's a no for me. But I listen, read it. I hope we get a lot of traffic. This would be great. We'd love to get some insight here because I'm a bitter old lady and she's a very conservative married woman. So, we are well past the age of dumb decisions, hopefully.
Yes.
Let me knock on wood because
Yes.
I'm the one I make the dumbest decisions ever of anyone you will ever meet. So I'm just too old for Milo. Milo is he probably would have been the one for me. I've been head over heels for Milo when I was 25. So I don't know why I'm acting like this because Milo was the type. Yeah.
Really?
I hope not. But it just seems like, hence why I never made the good decision. I won't say I didn't find because I did. I found something very wonderful and I lost it. But it was not Milo. But that was the type that would have had me all strung out on the streets. Was a Milo.
So
I
like you
just
didn't ask this man any real questions like, so what are your plans for the future? Where do you see yourself in 10
steal your
years?
parents' money.
Pretty much. And he said, I'll run the store. I bet you will run the store.
Right. It just I mean the eggs, it just I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it at all.
So that was our take on it. Let us know if you agree. Let us know if you disagree. But this was not a great start to the fall season. And I will say this. I did read one of the other books that was on our wheel.
Uh,
And I know, side note. I reluctantly read it because the premise sounded good, but I don't like books that where the titles are puns. That's a weird ick for me. And the book is called To Fall or Not to Fall, Bruce. And have you ever seen those skits that make fun of Hallmark movies?
yes.
It was almost written like that. It almost like when I was reading, I was almost thinking, is this a satire? Because it seems like it's quite literally making fun of Hallmark movies the way it's written. Like it's like I've read Hallmark movies for like I love Laura Gilmore. Her books, I love her books, and they're very
Yes,
Hallmarky.
she is a Hallmark writer. That's right.
But the writing in this particular one was written as such that the reader would not be able to make interpretations on their own. So they
Okay.
had to literally explain it to you.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, I could have figured that out on my own. Like when the guy comes into the small town, he's like, yeah, I'm looking to buy this bookstore to make some money because I'm all about money. I'm like, well, I could you didn't have to put that in there. I could have just
You
figured
could have
that out.
right.
And then the main
Every
female
decision
character,
that you
she's
make,
like,
everything you talk about is about money. So therefore, I know.
yes. And then the main female character, she's like, oh yeah, I'm making pumpkin spice latte and I'm making this. And she's like, because I'm the queen of fall and I just love fall and everything is just fall. As you can't tell, I'm the queen of fall. I'm like, well, you don't have to say it, like we could tell. You're so
Okay.
I'm like, what? That's
Okay,
right.
so are we in our AI writing era? Like, is that what's going on here?
Mm,
Are
that's
these
a high possibility. Yeah, I know it's that. Now I'm only halfway through this other book, but I'm gonna go ahead and promote it, even though Dre doesn't like any of them. This book
oh
is so
God.
good. I don't care what you think. This is good.
Yeah,
We should
well,
have read this one.
I have I'm glad we did it. First of all, gingerbread is my favorite. My favorite Christmas flavor is gingerbread. I love all
Really?
things gingerbread. Oh my God.
Hmm.
But it's not Christmas yet, so
So yeah, this is actually not a fall book though. Yes, it is very much a Christmas book. Um, so it came out in September, so I figured it would be a fall book. But no, this is Christmas themed. Um, as you can tell by the front
yeah.
cover. So I'm only halfway through it. The reason why I have not uh continued it yet is because I want to wait to closer to Christmas time.
Oh, I thought it's because you've been on your deathbed, child.
That too. But mostly I'm like, this will feel so much cozier in the Christmas time, so I'm gonna wait. Anyways,
I've
guys,
not had good luck this month with books, so
no, 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 no,
I've
no.
read quite a few this month and they've
No,
not
no
one of
good.
them
And I
I'm
think you're right. I
gushing
think we're in
over.
that AI writing era where it's just it's bad.
No, oh no, they say all these authors are coming out with these books and AI is a big contributor. That may be the answer to our issue with fall or not to fall and
This one.
the reason that the man has no inferior
Personality and the woman
qualities.
has no personality and uh so we'll get back to you on our next book. We have some books in mind and we're gonna pick one. Maybe I'll let Drea pick it this time so she can be the object of everybody's disdain because this was awful and I picked this one. So Drea, it's on
No,
you for next.
let's be
So you
clear. The will that hates me picked this one because I had 4 or 5 books on that list.
and I only picked two just so she would get picked.
And so,
And
Will,
honestly,
count your days, Will.
I spun the wheel again just to see if it was a fluke, and it landed on my second choice.
Count your days, Will.
So maybe we need to find another picking method. We're gonna have to look for another picking method besides the wheel. I'm sure they have other things besides the wheel. We're gonna have to find another picking method.
You know, I like the Will is fine with me. He did what he wanted to do. Just
I know,
count your
and he gave
days.
us this horrible book. So we'll count your days. Cause this was atrocious.
This was not a good book.
This is atrocious.
This is not a good
Like,
book.
guys, love, follow, and subscribe. We would love to hear from you. And we're in our last 2 months of this year. We're in our last 2 months of this year, guys.
I
Are
know.
y'all
Happy
ready?
Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween. Actually, our video would post on Halloween.
It
No,
will.
no,
We
we're
should
good.
post it now.
We should probably should. We probably should. So yeah, look into that because once Halloween hits,
Downhill from there,
are y'all
baby.
ready for Thanksgiving? Are you ready for Christmas? Do we know who's cooking what? Who's bringing what? Dre, what are you bringing? What are you cooking?
Child. Might be air sandwiches. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this economy.
Just so you know, Aldi's has $40 Thanksgiving dinner.
I saw it. I saw it.
Yes. Aldi's has $40 Thanksgiving dinner. Guys, go get you one of them $4 Thanksgiving dinners. They look good. Costco. Costco has the same thing and theirs is cooked already. So look into that, guys. We're gonna
Y'all
have a
better go
good
ahead and
Thanksgiving,
sign up. They're gonna be signing up early. Go ahead and sign
right?
up.
Right. Get you one of them meals and have y'all go a good Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. We will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.